Just excited, man. I think I was a little nervous last year, obviously not knowing what to expect, but having gone through preseason and training camp this year, just excited and really happy. I think, us as a basketball family just being happy that the games are back on the other night with the 2 games that started. And for us, being able to get started here tonight is exciting.
Have you done anything different preparation-wise this year as opposed to last year?
No, not really. And that's one thing that's helped me is I just try to be a pro every day. And I did it last year, and it sounded crazy because I wasn't playing, but it's paying off now where my approach has been the same. And obviously it's a different level of focus knowing that you're probably going to be in a rotation versus not at all. But the preparation and the way that you approach every day doesn't really change.
We've seen CJ in the second unit. What does he provide to you guys when he's up there?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's crystal clear the shooting that he provides and the way he spaces the floor. And the thing that I love about him the most is he's helping out the other guys who are a little lost out there sometimes. And, we got OG out there trying to figure it out, and that's big to have CJ right there with him to kind of drag him along the way. And that's one thing that's been undervalued, I think, from him, maybe from the public side. But us as players really appreciate having a guy who's been in the league that long who can help you out while you're playing, and that's big.
The style of play you guys played in preseason is pretty dramatically different than what you were doing last season. Does it feel different to you guys still, or does it start to feel normal?
No, not really, because we kind of stressed the same things last year about moving the ball and all those type of things. It's just you add a little more three-point shooting in that, and I think it's probably more drastic for Kyle and DeMar and the guys who have been the great offensive players their whole career. Versus us young guys are kind of just doing what we're told to do, right? And we kind of had to play like that anyway, move the ball, play fast, and make quick decisions. We don't really get to pat the ball and do ISOs. So it hasn't been that different for us, but it's definitely a challenge to change your whole dynamic.
Did it help for you and the younger guys to sort of have that head start with the offense, the changes, the tweaks, being able to spend as much time as you did this summer working on it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we did some last year, but not to the extent that we did this summer, where we got all the young guys in working and working on the rhythm. It's a rhythm offense, and you got to know, when to pass, when to cut, when to shoot, and when to swing it, stuff like that. And we got it down pretty good, and now it's just about applying it in the game.
Does it have a name?
No, it's just the open. Nurse calls it an open offense, and I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just spread around the perimeter, move it, drive it, kick it, swing it. It's just basketball at the end of the day. There's no science to it.
As a point guard, how have you seen Kyle adjust his game?
It's different. It's different. The ball, you're not so ball dominant, where you just want to do pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'll help in the long run where, it takes the load off him a little bit, where he can spot up a little more,
mm-hmm.
go off the catch a little more, play off the ball as he likes doing, in the second unit.
But he can do that, right? Like he's
done
that in the past.
He's a pure scorer, and that comes to him naturally. So those things I think will help him in the long run.
How much have you been able to take from his game? Because you're both like smaller, strong guys.
Mm-hmm. A lot. I just watch him every day and the way he's able to navigate. And I learned a lot from him last year with finishing. I struggled with that quite a bit last year. I feel like I've been better this preseason.
What kind of stuff, like how to use your shoulder, how to...
Yeah, just where to hit, where to pick up your dribble, just little small things. He gets fouled a lot, for better or for worse. He knows how to play the officials a little bit, which will come in time. But we definitely don't get the same calls, I'll tell you that much. But he's a great shooter, and that's probably the biggest thing I learned from him is just he hasn't told me one thing about shooting. I just watch him, watch how he shoots, watch how he comes in every day and works, and that's been big for me.
When he became a great shooter, right? He wasn't always.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I kind of got the head start on him a little bit, so I'm stealing all of his tricks at an earlier age than maybe he got his stuff, so hopefully it'll work out for him.
You always play with a pace that's pretty level-headed and calm, but is it slowing down for you, the game slowing down for you the second?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's always been slow for me, but the slower it gets, the better I'll be able to play, right? So the more you know, the more experience you have, the more at ease you are out there, it's going to help you. And I think that it's been that way this year, and now it's just about going out there and performing, for 82 games.